An employment relationship can end in several ways. When and how the employment relationship ends will determine the claims you can make. The reasons why notice periods are important and what else you should pay attention to is what I will be explaining to you in this Start Veeam video. An employment can end for a variety of reasons. Because of expiration of time in case of a fixed-term contract, by termination of the employer, by termination of the employee, by termination of mutual consent, by dismissal, by the early resignation of the employee, or by retirement. Notice of termination may be given verbally or in writing. You enjoy protection against dismissal during maternity leave, parental leave, or as a member of the Works Council. When giving notice of termination, you must comply with a notice period and a termination date. The notice period is the period between termination and the end of the employment relationship. The termination date is the date in which work actually ends, for example, at the end of the pay week or the last day of the month. If the notice of termination is given verbally by you or your company, it is best to record this in writing as well. The notice period is usually 1 month, but can also be longer. If the notice period is 1 month, the notice must be given by the last day of the previous month or delivered by registered mail. In case of employer's notice, you are entitled to Postensuchtage, days to search for a new job. In this case, the company must give you time to look for work until the termination date. If you give notice yourself, deadlines also apply. If the notice period is 1 month according to your contract, you must inform the company no later than the last day of the previous month, preferably in writing. You are not entitled to unemployment benefits for the first 4 weeks after giving notice, but you are still covered by health insurance for 6 weeks. Attention! If you do not meet the deadline yourself, and for example, do not show up for work, you may lose claims and might even have to pay damages. In the case of a mutually agreed termination, both parties must agree to the termination of employment relationship. There are no deadlines and dates here. Early resignation is when you terminate the employment relationship with immediate effect. There must be a valid reason for this, for example, if the work is harmful to your health or the company does not pay a salary. If necessary, you can take your claims to court. A dismissal is the termination of the employment relationship by the employer without notice. Possible reasons for dismissal are refusal to work, theft, or embezzlement. If the dismissal was justified, you will not receive any special payments and will be blocked from unemployment benefits for 4 weeks. If your employment relationship ends in dispute, the Labor and Social Court is responsible. The Arbeiterkammer represents its members in court partly free of charge. My tip: keep written records of working hours, vacation days, and overtime. The more witnesses and evidence you have and can present later, the better are your chances of winning if there is a dispute with the employer. Anyone looking for a job can register with the Public Employment Service, the AMS. AMS services include help in finding a job, courses in further education, and unemployment benefits and unemployment assistance. Unemployment benefits are paid to anyone who has been insured against unemployment for at least 52 weeks in Austria in the last 2 years. The amount of the benefit is about half of the net income. Those who receive unemployment benefits are covered by health, accident, and pension insurance. Attention! Anyone claiming benefits from the IMS must be unemployed, able and willing to work, and must reside in Austria. Career changes are part of the modern working world. People aged 60 to 65 who have earned enough insurance months in the country are entitled to an old age pension. You can get more information about the amount and conditions of your pension from the Arbeiterkammer Wien or from your pension account.